Okay, so what we're looking at is a mariner's compass, and this one is divided into 32 partitions. And the way that these work is north straight up is 0 degrees. So when we look at this, it's a little bit different than what we're used to. So north straight up is 0, and then east is 90, south is 180, west is 270, and we come back to 360 at 0 at north. And each of these partitions are equally divided. So if there's 32 of them and we have 360 degrees, that means each one is 11.25 degrees. Now I'm going to come over here for a minute. So when we look at this, we need to look at this as here's north, east, south, west. Never eat soggy worms. There's 0, 90, 180, and 270. Then we want to look at each of the partitions. So in this case, we have a 32. So 32, each partition on this is going to be 11.25 degrees. Or in radians, it's 32, I was getting ahead of myself, pi over 16 radians. So, I don't need this yet. So we want to find the bearing of southeast by south. So when we come over here, southeast by south is down over here under east. It's between east and west. So we know it's somewhere between 90 and 180. And we go down 1, 2, what did I say I was doing? Southeast by south. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 partitions. So when we do this, we take 11.25 times 5, which is like 56.25. Add that to 90, or you could subtract it to 180, whatever you want, and the bearing of southeast by south is 146.25 degrees. We could do the same thing for radians. And we could do pi over 16 times 5, which equals 5 pi over 16. 90 as a radian is pi over 2, so we simply add that in, pi over 2, which that's 8/16, so 13 pi over 16 radians would be that degree. Okay, now what if we're going the other way? Okay, same thing here. So here's north up here at 0, and here is east over here at 90. So 62 has to be somewhere in here. And so this is obviously 62 degrees down, or coming the other way, and I didn't use a protractor, but that would probably be the better way to draw this, 27 up. Well, if I take 27.5 and divide it by my 11.25, that's about 2 to 3 ways up. So I come up here and I look, closer probably to 2. So come up 2, it's east, northeast. I come up 1, 2. I'm not really, it's at 2.4, so I probably don't want to squeak it. It's closer to east, northeast than northeast by east. So my answer, my bearing for this one, for 62.5, would be east, northeast. It's direction I'm heading. Okay. Now the last part of this uses, instead of the mariner's compass, continuous graduation. So again, we still are starting with 0 up here at north, and we're going. And so in this case, 312, this is 270, has to be over here somewhere. I'm going this way some way. And how far do I have to go? Well, this is 48, and this is 42. So again, though, I can still use my mariner's compass to figure this out. So 42 divided by 11.25 is about almost 4 up. So if I come back here and count 4 up from east, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm at northwest. So I'm heading approximately northwest. I didn't say northeast, northwest. And come back up here. Yeah, northwest. Northeast would be somewhere else. Okay, over there. So I'm heading northwest. So I'm looking for that you draw the graph here, as well as then give me the direction you're heading. And obviously you're not going to be dead on. you only have so many different graduations. I think on the trig assignment, I gave you one with 16, so I'm only looking for you to be as close as those 16 go. I'm using one actually here that's more precise. So you only have to go as precise as the Mariner's Compass that I gave you for the heading. So just which one ever is the closest.